So Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 1 has finally come to a close with episode 10, and there were a few mixed reviews about this episode, which I will run through later on in this video, but as always we're going to take a look at a few of the key main talking points from the season finale, how this played out for a few characters, and what this will do for them going into Season 2. But we're going to take a look at how RAQUEL turned into an absolute demon in this episode, threatening Lulu and telling him that he's never leaving the game, and what belongs to him belongs to her. How she used Kanan to kill Detective Howard, and where this really leaves their relationship with the older Kanan's narration, telling us that the only thing you can trust is that you can't trust even your own moms. So we're going to revisit RAQUEL's character description because it really is an important piece of the puzzle to tell us how she sees Kanan. We're also going to look at Jukebox and Lulu's facts that they spoke in this episode, so those are the topics that we're going to be running through this evening. But of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related. Let's talk about RAQUEL turning into an absolute savage in this episode, and one reference that I made to RAQUEL earlier on in the week when I broke down her church scene and how this was RAQUEL's alibi. We also spoke about how she was the devil in the red dress. This is how I referenced RAQUEL in this video. She had Kanan go and do the dirty work, leaving various people playing their positions while her hands are pretty much clean. And she really was a bit of a demon in this episode with a few things. One with how she was reluctant to let Lulu leave the game, which we're going to come to in a moment. But killing a cop was always going to be a bad idea. I referenced to how Ghost always used to say, never kill law enforcement, because it just brings way too much heat on you and your business. And even Unique knew this. He knew that dead cop, dead's their work, and they need to keep cops on their side. Something RAQUEL actually told Jukebox herself. But her facial expressions told us everything that we needed to know in this episode. The way she was speaking to everyone, for example with Lou and Kanan, she really did look like a demon, and the red dress from the last episode symbolized just how much of a demon she really is. And it really did symbolize how much of a demon she is. RAQUEL is someone who put herself first, showing us that she's willing to do anything to win, no matter what the cost is, no matter what the collateral damage is, even if it's at the expense of her own son Kanan, or even killing a cop. She was willing to do anything to win and get rid of the threats to her. And let's not forget Detective Howard threatening RAQUEL, telling her that her reputation is on the line as well in episode 8. And within the 48 laws of power with regards to leaders, it tells us that leaders will do anything to protect their reputation. So was killing Detective Howard really to keep the secret about him being Kanan's father, or was it to keep her reputation intact in the streets? A bit of both I would say, but RAQ definitely showed in this episode how she was looking out for herself. And this is what shocked Lulu the most, the fact that RAQUEL used her own son to try and kill a cop. He knew at that moment the future of Kanan was only going to go one way, and that Kanan's path had already been chosen by her mom because she sees her son as an extension of herself. And now we're going to come full circle with RAQUEL's character. Now that we've finished season 1, we're going to look at this part of her character description where it says the sole recipient of her affection is her son Kanan. He's everything to her, as much as she cares for him though. There are many instances where one wonders if she loves him for who he is, or if she loves him merely as an extension of herself. And I think we now know the answer to this. RAQUEL definitely loves Kanan as an extension to herself, and I do feel she does love her son though. She definitely does love him, but these two last episodes showed us that she loves the game more, she loves power a lot more, and she cares about winning. Remember how Kanan told Tariq in his hallucinations that he lived and died by the streets, and RAQUEL is definitely where he got the trait from, because the same could very well be said about RAQUEL. She lives and dies by the street as well, and this is why I do think she will ultimately die or end up in jail, because as I have mentioned before, there is a plot hole there for her to be alive in the timeline of power. Now the issues doesn't just stop at Kanan. Just look at the look that Lou gave her when he found out that it was Kanan who was asked to kill Detective Howard. It was a very similar look that he gave when he was tasked to kill D-Wiz, something which clearly he didn't want to do, and it finally all came out in tonight's episode. He's been struggling with killing D-Wiz, and he's wanted out of the game ever since episode 2. So for Lou, when he killed D-Wiz, he wanted out of the game. But Kanan shooting Detective Howard is going to push his character into a life which he will never be able to leave. Juke even told Kanan that being a kid and dusting yourself off after making mistakes isn't how it works for them, and they were doing shit that was going to stay with them forever. And Lou knows that this was Kanan's huge turning point, and Lou wanted this to be his turning point as well. This was the opportunity to tell RAQUEL how he really feels, and he really did say what needed to be said in this episode, just like Jukebox did. He told RAQUEL that you're talking about a cop. When you kill a cop and trace it back to Kanan, they're gonna get everybody in a room and try to get them to turn on each other. And Lou told RAQ that she had her only son shoot a fucking cop, and RAQUEL's answer to this was she's winning. But as I said before, at what cost? Because Lulu definitely knew what cost. This face told us everything that we needed to know. Lou was thinking if RAQUEL is willing to put Kanan in danger as much as she has been, just imagine what she's capable of doing to someone like Lou or Marvin for example. And this is where Lou told RAQUEL that he was through with this shit. He wanted out of the game, he couldn't do this anymore, and he should have been done when she had him put down D-Wiz. but Lou stayed in it because he thought they were in it together. But this is all about Raquel. She would never let Lulu just walk away. In fact, she said that they share everything, everyone, and that includes his record label that he's just invested in, which I'm sure he'll be forced to clean her money through. Lou wanted to leave the game and go into music, and that's what we're going to see more of in season 2. But he will never be able to leave this life for as long as Raquel is there, because she definitely won't let him. And it comes to my point I made a few days ago. I can really see Lou or Kanan realizing that Raquel needs to go, even if it is prison, because they will never be able to do things the way they want with Raquel still in charge. And at some point, Kanan will definitely want to grow more into the game and start to climb the ranks of the Thomas organization. He's ambitious, and he'll want to do things his way, and within the 48 laws of power, it tells us that the son will never be able to step out of his father's shadow unless he adopts the ruthless strategy of Alexander. And this is where you have to get rid of your past, where you have to create your own kingdom, put your father in your shadows instead of letting him do the same to you. And although this is in relation to a father, the same could very well apply to Kanan and Raquel's relationship. Kanan will want to create his own kingdom and put Raquel in his shadow at some point in the near future, and this is when Breeze could come into Kanan's life. But with Lulu, he'll definitely want to focus more on music, but they can't do that if Rak controls them and has them playing her positions. And as the older Kanan's narration told us, when it all goes wrong, ain't nobody checking for you, but you're on your own. In this shit, only thing that you can trust is that you can't trust, not nobody, not ever, not even your own moms. That's Kanan telling us that he can't trust his mom, Lou can't trust her, and Marvin can't trust her. Nobody can trust her because she really has shown us that she is the devil in the red dress. But let's talk about a few of the issues with Raquel's plan, and one of the main issues is that Detective Howard is still alive, and the name that's about to come out of his mouth in the second season definitely won't be Kanan, because one, it wouldn't make sense with Kanan's story and power, because we only ever knew Kanan being sent to prison when Ghost and Tasha set him up. We never heard of him being arrested and sent to prison as a kid, even during his conversations with Duke where they spoke about the past. And although Kanan's blood could be found all over Unique's jacket, DNA really wasn't easy to identify back in those days. We have to remember it is 1991. So will Kanan really get caught for shooting Detective Howard? I definitely don't think so. But will Unique really stay in prison? Or could we see a version of Proctor in season 2, helping him evade jail time, just like how Proctor helped Ghost and Tommy? I would really love this to happen in season 2, where we see a Proctor type of character to help Unique, because I actually want to see Unique beat this, come out of prison, and be a huge problem for Raquel next season. So a Proctor type of character would really make Raising Kanan a lot more interesting next season. So those are some of the key main talking points coming away from episode 10 of Raising Kanan. And although the finale wasn't the best episode that we've seen, or the best season finale as well, I really wouldn't go as too far as saying it was a bad episode, but that's just me. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Raquel went too far with Kanan? And Lou, do you agree that Raquel sees Kanan merely as an extension of herself? And how do you think her story will end? Drop all your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section, and although there isn't a trailer to review tomorrow, I will be breaking down what to expect for each character for season 2, and Power Book 3 Raising Kanan and Power Book 2 Ghost videos just won't stop. I will be uploading regularly with character breakdowns, character analysis videos, a lot of 48 Laws of Power relation videos. We're going to look at a lot of both Raising Kanan and Ghost over the next 2 months. So of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.